Good evening, and welcome to the Howard Stern Roast. Starring Richard Simmons, Penthouse pet Amy Lynn Baxter, Sandra Bernhardt, Pat Cooper, Kenny Youngman, Richard Lewis, and Jamie Lee Curtis, Geraldo Rivera, Joan Rivers, Maury Povich, Larry King, Steve Rossi, Fred the Elephant Boy, Kenneth Keith Callenbach, a rare appearance by wife Allison Stern, plus Howard's parents Ben and Ray Stern, and much, much more. And now, let's meet the star of our show, the man of the hour. He's tall, dark, and, well, he's tall and dark. Here's Howard Stern. Let's take a look at an intimate portrait of Howard as seen by his loving parents, but starting with highlights of his career.
We're here because we all have a purpose in being here. And that purpose is to say, F the FCC! All right, Grandpa, get out of here. Well, my career's over.
I was very proud of what Howard was doing. This was his dream to be doing this. And I'm delighted that he achieved his dream. Despite what he might say now, you know. He always wanted to do this. Am I right?
Exactly. I don't care about NBC's license. I don't care about the FCC. I just care about Howard Stern.
I'm genuinely looking for a job. I very badly want to get back on New York radio.
I'm thrilled to be going to FM radio. K-Rock is a great station.
As a child, he was very creative. So all he did is take this creativity into radio and whatever other medium, and it's shown through.
Did you encourage Howard's dirty marionette shows?
Dirty marionette shows? Who told you that?
If he had any dirty marionette shows, it wasn't when we were around. I mean, we saw all his shows.
He liked the Jerry Mahoney. That was a
dummy.
A dummy that he could do
ventriloquism.
Ventriloquism with.
Why did you insist on raising Howard in a black neighborhood?
Oh, I didn't choose to raise Howard in a black neighborhood. This occurred. But of course, things changed to the point where he was looked upon as the odd kid out. Well, there was one boy, Alan, I think he had him on the radio show, and they played quite a bit of chess together.
Did you ever catch Howard masturbating?
Not to my knowledge.
We were never privy to that. Never saw him do it, never even smelled it. Although I was away at work, but...
He exaggerates a lot. He really exaggerates a lot. I don't know whether he thinks that's a badge of honor.
When did you first notice Howard was a sexual being?
We shared everything right down the line, even VD. But it turned out fine.
Is it true that he almost drowned while you folks stood by and watched?
I don't recall that incident. We never had the chance to even stand by.
Howard exaggerates, you know that, right? Everybody knows that.
Do you ever cry when you think about Howard's incredible success?
Cry? No, I don't cry. I don't. I'm very happy about it. I enjoy it, I think, almost as much as he does. And what's to cry about?
Documentary? Oh, man. Oh, man. was terrible.
Stay tuned for more of the Howard Stern Roast.
Wait a second. Oh, two girls kissing, please. Oh, please, honey, I want to see that for my roast. For my roast. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Howard, they told me to be funny and dirty and mean, and I can't be because I love you so much. I'm leaving that to everybody else, so I'm just going to say, I'm glad you're here, I'm glad you're here to stay, and I'm glad we're friends.
Welcome back to the Howard Stern Roast. Now, one of Howard's oldest and dearest friends, exercise guru and man about town, Richard Simmons.
Oh, Richard Simmons, yes. Oh. Richard, wow. Hey, Richard, did you see that? That's very nice. Now you look like a man for once. Look at this. Look at this guy. He's wearing a tuxedo. It was the first time I didn't see you with exercise shorts, and your sack isn't hanging out. Can't they make a tuxedo where your sack hangs out?
Hello.
That's very nice. Unbelievable.
Hi, how are you doing?
Richard, did you see that tape of my parents? That was prison with curtains. It was locked in a house. Richard, let's get it on. Let's go. Say something nice about me.
Something to say, Richard.
Say something nice about me.
How are you doing?
Hey, Richard, look at this. Every one of these guys on the dais has a different hair color, and it's not even a natural hair color. I don't think it's a hair color known to man. Penny, what do? You dye the three strands?
Waving goodbye.
I tell you. Pat, who dyes your hair?
Ginger ale.
Ginger ale does that. Because look at Steve Rossi. He's got 5-tone hair. It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. Look at your hair. Stand up and show people. Like, who dyes it? What do you, seriously, what do you...
Look at the top. It's bald.
No, turn around to his back. Look at that. It's like a different color from the top.
Strictly for television.
Oh, thank you, Richard. Richard, go ahead.
I've been doing your radio show for about 3.5 years.
3.5 years, that's right. Aren't you going to talk like a woman?
And, you know, in the 3.5 years that...
Aren't you going to talk like a woman?
In the 3.5 years that I've been doing your show, you made fun of my hair, and you made fun of the way I talked.
That's right.
You made fun of the way I dressed.
That's right.
And I'm going to change.
You're going to change?
Yeah. Now, see,
all right.
this is how I looked for all these years before you were an influence on me.
That's right. That's how you look. That's the old Richard Simmons.
That's it, yeah.
And now you look different. This is your new look.
Yeah, and the reason I came today was to thank you for, well, just for making me a man.
Right. You look a lot better this way. I like you better this way. It's very good. Very nice. You know something, Richard? You've been mad at me for years. You really have.
No, I'm not mad at you. I finally figured out what you wanted to tell me.
What is that?
You know, to change my image and to...
Right. You look a lot better. I think you sound a lot better like this. I know this is very difficult. I know there's a woman straining to get out.
No, you see, there was a man always inside this aerobic body.
I know. But let me just say something to you.
Yeah.
First of all, by the way, I want to say hi to Richard Pryor sitting in our audience, guy who's been very sick. He's sitting out there. All right? I want to say that. Richard, now with your new manly image, you won't be offended by that, will you? Now, let me say something. If that photographer would move away from my monitor, I could maybe talk to you. Richard, I want to say something. I'm very honored that you'd come to my roast. I really do appreciate that. Let me say something now. Let me say something.
You know that I love you, man.
I know you do. Don't kiss me. Now, listen, Richard. You know that although I'm known as a bit of a load, I must let you know I also do a lot of charity work throughout the year, and I know you know about this.
Yes, I know it.
Here to tell you about my favorite charity is Doug Beatty. Doug? Here comes Doug. Thank you, Doug. Doug Beatty, ladies and gentlemen. Come on over here, Richard. You want to see this. Now, I know that Richard doesn't think that I do anything charitable, Doug, but you tell him about some of my work.
Come here.